Despite ongoing education by organizations such as the Red Cross, diving continues to be the leading sports-related cause of spinal cord injuries in Canada, with many diving incidents leaving their diver completely paralyzed from the neck down. Now, speaking with me today is Sloan Mandel, a partner from Thomson Rogers and a member of the Personal Injury Alliance. Sloan, it may surprise some of our listeners to learn that diving causes more spinal cord injuries than sports such as hockey. Now, what kind of numbers are we talking about here?
Mike, in Ontario alone, we see close to 60 major spinal cord injuries per year from diving-related accidents. 90% of these accidents result in what's called complete or incomplete quadriplegia. And for the benefit of your listeners, that's an injury to the spine that results in partial or total loss of use of a person's arms and legs. We also know that most of the victims or survivors are boys or young men between the ages of 17 and 22. And that more than half of these incidents involve the use of alcohol or drugs.
How serious of an impact do these accidents have on the victim and their families?
It's rare for an injury of this type to be minor, and often the impact is quite devastating, both for the survivor and the survivor's family. There's often a long and painful rehabilitation process concurrent with an inability to work and the financial crush and pressure of massive future care costs.
Now, what can cottage owners do to protect themselves?
In a matter of seconds, Mike, crazy fun can become a horrible tragedy, and like the saying goes, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So what your listeners need to know is that all property owners have a legal duty to take reasonable steps to keep their property safe. They also have a legal duty to ensure that the activities being undertaken at their premises, their property, is also safe. So, for instance, 95% of diving injuries occur in water 1.5 meters deep or less in an unsupervised setting with no warning signs. Those incidents are preventable. Over half of the diving injuries, like I said before, involve the use of alcohol or drugs. These incidents are preventable. From time to time, accidents happen. And in that circumstance, we hope that the offender has adequate insurance coverage so that their assets aren't in personal jeopardy. And most people can increase their liability limits at a very minimal cost, and it's probably a very good idea to do so.
Now, if someone has been injured in a diving-related accident, what should they do?
There's a human element to this, Mike, and obviously first they've got to take a breath and get the support from family and friends. After that, they should call a qualified, and I stress the word qualified, a personal injury lawyer. Like, credentials matter. When you've suffered an incident like this, you're vulnerable, you're distracted. The last thing you want to do is hire a salesman to run your lawsuit. And the lawyers of the three Personal Injury Alliance firms, McLeish Orlando, Oatley Vigmund, and my firm, Thomson Rogers, we have a wealth of experience, tremendous resource, and importantly, industry respect. So I'd encourage your listeners to visit our website at pialaw.ca and check out our credentials. Hopefully your listeners will never need us, but if they do, they'll know where to look.
Perfect. Sloan, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us this morning.
Okay, terrific.